Hope you've all had a lovely Christmas and enjoyed if you've been off work, the rest during the holidays. Right, I know I said I'd see you in the new year, but I've decided to do this beforehand. Got a few different stamps to use today, a die set, some airless chalk misters by Pink Ink, and some Stardust mica powder by Pink Ink. And let's see where we go from here. Right, so the stamps I'm going to be using, I've got a couple from Inky-licious here, some trees and a little verse. I've got Nellie's Choice, Nellie Snellen stamp, a little man walking his little doggo friend. And I've got a cardio stamp. I was thinking of using some of these for the foreground, so we'll see where that goes. So that's the stamps I'm going to be using. Now, the airless misters, I'm going to show you how I'm going to use these. I'm going to try something a bit different. I normally just spray it straight onto wet card, but I'm going to try something different this time. I think might do a bit of a smoosh with it, we'll see. These, they don't have a tube inside. It's one of those ones that pushes up, so you can use these upside down. You can spray them in any direction and they won't clog, or it won't get stuck and it won't blob or anything like that. So they're really good to use. That's the Stardust. Right, this mica, I have already got some mixed up here where I've used it before, and rather than waste it, I just keep it in a little pot. So basically all I've done is taken out, this is beautiful stuff. It's very fine powder. This one's called Treasure Chest, and literally all I've done is put about that much, if that, about that much, if you can see that, do a little sprinkling into my little pot, and it's got water added, just so that and I use that for when I'm doing when I do me splashes, me splatters. Let's get that lid back on properly, because it does get everywhere, very very fine and dusty. Let's just shake that off my little spoon. Bit of torn paper for hills and hollows. Now, the die set. This is a Sue Wilson's festive collection. I'm not going to be using the centerpieces. And it's the ornate oval frame. Very pretty. Not necessarily, I don't really know why it's a festive one. There's nothing that really screams Christmas. You can use it all year round. What I've done is I've taken the first, the third and the fourth dies, and I've already pre-cut these. That was the fourth one. That's going to be my centre, which I'm going to stamp my picture on. Okay, I've already pre-cut them because I sort of save time and you don't really want to hear my machine rumbling away. So basically, yeah, the first, the third and the fourth, which has cut that out, is what I've taken from that set. This one cuts within your card. This one will cut the design out, and I will show you what I mean by that. Let's just take that off. I've already shook all the bits out. So this outer die cuts out of your card, so we won't be needing to discard that. This die, however, it cuts the shapes within your card. It stays in there, so it doesn't cut that out. It hasn't cut that out. That has cut that out, if you get me drift. So you've got some dies that cut in and some dies that cut out. So that's that lovely set, and that's my piece ready to go. In fact, there's a few little bits there that I haven't got out, but I don't think they really matter, not for now. And then of course, once I've done my inky background, I shall make my topper, and that will go on top of there, and they will go on top of there. So put those aside for one minute. or for a few minutes. So that's my layers that I've got today. So we've got an A5 card, which is 21 by 15 centimeters. My black mat is 14.5 by 20.5 centimeters. So I've only got a tiny edge around there. And my background piece is a piece of watercolor card taken from my pad. This is a Daily Rowney pad, and it's a 300 GSM, so it's heavyweight, and it's a hot pressed. Hot pressed means you get a smoother finish on your card. If it's cold pressed, you get that bobbly effect, depending what you want. Because I do a lot of stamping on it, I tend to go for the hot press because it's smoother, so it's easier for stamping on. But yeah, so that's my watercolor card. So that's my layers sorted out. Let's put them to one side. So now this I'm going to spray into a tray. I've learned a lot about spray going all over the place. And what I'm going to do, rather than like I normally do, I wet my card. I don't know whether to still wet my card actually. Debatable. Right, what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to get my spritzer. I've got a piece of acetate in here. I don't know if this stuff's going to mark or not. I don't think it will, but I've put this acetate in here anyway. It's just an old piece. I'm going to spritz it, lightly spritz it. Not done this. I've seen someone else doing it, but I've not done it myself. Right, these airless chalks, they do need a good old shake up. I have given them a good shake up pre-recording, so I don't have to shake for too long. So I give them both a good shake. Ugh. Now with these, if you press very lightly, it'll come out in spots, kinds of spots. Oh, wasn't expecting that. If you press it down hard, that's because I didn't clean my nozzle when I last used it, that's why. Let's give that a quick wipe. There you go. If you press down hard, you get a good spritz. You get a spray, like a real fine spray. See? Okay. Clean it this time. And then, excuse my cat scratching in the background. That one was called, oops-a-daisy, nearly sprayed it all over my face. That one was called Mayan Blue. And this one is Wisteria. So, beautiful colour. Again, a bit of a shake. We'll do it lightly to start with, see if we get a... And then I'll go full on. Lovely colours. Right. The idea was to dip my card, straight in that. Oops, like that. But I don't know whether to spritz it first, whether just to soak up what's on there. Let's just give it a go. Let's have a smooshy session, eh? And I've got enough all the way around so that it should cover my card all the way to the edge. See what we get with the blue and the lilac mix. Oh, that's pretty. You want a bit of texture, dab it around a bit. Having it in this tray saves me going it everywhere as well. It's, well, like that. Just play with it until you get what you want. And I like that as well. Love that background. Right, so before I spoil it, I'm going to put that to one side to dry out for a bit. It's better if you can to leave it to dry naturally, because it'll dry flat then, it'll flatten out. Whereas if you heat it, unfortunately, I'm not going to waste that. I might be able to use that again in a bit. And if it dries, I'll just spritz it and reactivate it, so it'll be fine. So that's your two That's your two pinking airless chalk misters. I do love these airless misters, they're great. I've also got some of these by Cosmic Shimmer, do these as well. Yeah, these airless misters, and they are brilliant, but they do all kinds of colours and they do pearlescence as well. These are the chalky ones, so you get that matte finish with these ones. Let's just wipe that off my fingers because I don't want to get it all over my main project, do I? Right, so I'm going to leave that to dry out for a bit while we concentrate on this. So, better give my table a while. I think I've got a little bit of spray mist went over, I think, just a little bit. There you go. Right, so background first. As always, my little brushes. A bit of sunshine background. I think we could do with a bit of sunshine now. It's all been a bit... I think we've had enough of all this wintry weather, haven't we? So I'm going to... Let me just have a look at those trees. They're all in a straight line, so that's fine. So I'm going to do a bit of sunshine first of all then. Do a bit of a horizon. Right, I'm going to leave it so that it's... I'll go about there, I think. Pale in the middle. Oh, that's orange, not yellow. Well, that had me fooled then. I thought I'd got me yellow out. As always, my brushes, as I say every time, I've got plenty of ink still remaining in them. I don't need to reload. And these are the inks that are already in these. Are the clouds. That's it. The colour cloud inks by Cosmic Shimmer. Just in case you were wondering, but they are the colour cloud inks from Cosmic Shimmer. That's what I use these brushes with mainly. We'll have some orange. We'll have a nice orangey sky. Where's the yellow? Let's brighten that up a bit with a bit of yellow. There you go. I always like to do it where the sun's going down or coming up, whichever way you want to look at it. I don't know why, it's just the prettiest time, isn't it, with the sky, I think. A sunset or a sunrise. So nice orangey sky. A little bit of purpley clouds. Let's have a look, let's get a different piece. A bit of purple cloud. Don't know if that's actually going on there or not. Yeah, a little bit of cloud there. A little bit of cloud there. Onto that one. Don't like it. Don't like that dip in it. Bit of cloud there. There you go. And a bit of cloud at the top. As clouds do. So we've got a few bits of cloud dotted about. Now that green, I suppose. So that shows where your sunshine is. So now if we use a little bit of green, that might need topping up because I don't know if there's anything left on that. Yep, I think I'm going to have to top that up. Let's get my colour clouds out. So these are the colour clouds. Oh, what's going on with all my boxes? That's it. These are the colour cloud inks that was on about. Most of my brushes are that loaded that I don't usually need to top up, but this one seems to be a bit empty. These, it's like a donut inside. It's like a donut of sponge inside, and all the ink is in the bottom within that sponge. And what you do with this cotton top is you push it down and the ink seeps through, and that's what loads your brush, and you've got no danger of ever spilling it or anything like that, and it is very vibrant ink. Very juicy ink, should I say. Very juicy inks, these. Right, I'm going to just put that bit there because I don't want it to go over my sunshine. Put a bit of green in there. Up to that line there, up to my sunshine line. I think all my brushes could probably do with a good wash. I've not been doing my maintenance, have I? So there's my grass. And I'm just going to bring that all the way down because we're going to have grassy fields. And I do want this piece to be completely coloured, so like that. Keep going until there's loads on there. It's very wet. That's it. That was cut out of watercolour card as well, by the way. For soaking up any inks and stuff that I used. So that's what I've got so far. Quite vibrant, lovely. Now I want to plan this because that's dry enough, I think. I want to have these trees in the background. Makes it look like he's having a stroll through the park with his doggy friend. I mean, yeah, most of them are going to cover up my lovely sunshine, but never mind. I want to have that there because he is going to have to... I've got to have this on the widest part because it only just fits. It doesn't look like the trees are in the distance, so I'm going to push that there a bit actually. Doesn't matter if they come off the page, that is fine. And he's going to be walking down here. Don't want him right up against the tree line. Right, okay. So I'm going to stamp that about that height. Where did I put my big stamp block? There it is. Now I'm going to do these in black, but I'm going to do them, let's print it out on a bit of scrap first. If I can find a bit, I will do. Right, what we're going to do with these is make some space for a start. Do them in black. got everything, but I'm going to second generation it, so I'm going to stamp it first. And then I'm going to stamp it onto here. And I'm going to do it so it's about there. Hopefully they'll be dark enough. I want them to look like they're far away. I don't want them too black, because it will take away from the main feature, which is the man and his dog. Give that time to soak in. Like that. Distant trees. Let's see what I have there. Probably a bit too light actually. I might go again. See if I can line them up again. I'm not too worried if it goes slightly off, because it will just give the illusion of movement. Sticks on there, that was the problem in the first place. Right, let me just pull this down so I can line up my trees again. Hopefully make it a little bit darker. Didn't want them too pale, not quite as pale as that. I should have used my Misty Morning stamp, but I think that ink, but I think that's about run out. I don't think I'll get much out of that now. There you go, that's more like it. It's not black. And I think I lined them up pretty damn well as well, so, which is amazing considering my vision is in 2s and 3s. With my balance and all the rest of it. Right, that's that sorted. So that was the Inkylicious trees. Put that on there, out the way. Now before I stamp him, I'm going to do a bit of a, which way are they going? Kind of up and down, aren't they? Like that. That's kind of up and down, isn't it? I'm going to dip my brush in this time so that it's dark. I want it dark this time. And I'm just going to go across there. So we've got darkness in front of them trees now. Okay. Might go a little bit more actually. These colour clouds, it's a case of building your colours up with these. So they are very juicy, so they're quite, it's obviously a thinner sort of ink. That's it, a bit more build, there we go. And what I'm also going to do, not with my green brush though, I'm going to take, what should I use for that? Let's get this purple out again. Probably got enough on here to do this. I just want to make lines. To make shadows. See, I'm just pulling the lines down. like that. It just looks like shadows coming from the trees then. Okay, so I mean, just the slightest bit of ink is all you need to do these sort of things. No trickery here. Okay, so we've got shadows as well now, because obviously the sun's behind. So, right, now we need to stamp this character out. We'll have him going across there. Taking the doggy out for evening walkies. We all know we don't take dogs out in the summertime at lunchtime, as they burn their poor feet on the ground. Most of us remember to do that anyway. Not everybody thinks about it. I've seen people walking their dogs out in the midday sun and it's just horrendous. The poor dogs are suffering and their owners don't realise it. But yes, way too hot. So he's taking his doggy out for an evening walk. When the sun's gone down, it's a little bit cooler. Actually, I think the dog's taking him for a walk by the looks of it. What's up, Puss? Hey. What's the matter? Let me have 5 minutes and I'll go and get you some food. She's hungry. As always. Let that soak in. There you go. There's our guy and his little dog. Right, so there's my man and his dog. I think we might need a bit more shadows underneath them two as well now. So that's my Nellie's stamp. Nellie's choice. I think now, let's put that out of the way. We need some shadows underneath them too, don't we? Definitely. So there's that purple again. So not a lot left in that purple. I don't really want to reload it. So let's get this again then, and we'll put some ground underneath his little mate, his little doggo. We can bring that down to shadow. Like that. And some ground under the guy. Put it down for shadow. I'm starting to pull my card apart now, that is. Okay, so we have our little scene just there, and then just for the foreground, I don't think I'll be needing those again. I hope not. I'm just going to take out that one or that one. I'm not sure really what I need to use for that. Let's see what looks best. Let's get the old stuck in the packet. We need some of that. What do we need some of that? Suppose that in the very foreground. I'm not really keen on that. I used that one and I'll layer it up. I'll do it in layers. Oh, could even have another couple walking their dog in the background. Look, can have them up there like that. Going through the trees. Yeah, doggy park. I might even do that. Right, this one first of all. Let's get my small. That's it. So if I do that, but get rid of that dark edge, a bit of second generation going on, and third, there like that. Yes, that works. So we've got grasses all through. Then do a darker one at the bottom here. Let's get rid of that dark edge again. Now, so these are on the borders. Let's put that back in there. And we'll take out, we'll have another couple taking their dog for a walk as well, I think. It just adds a bit more interest, doesn't it? And they're heading off through the trees. Actually, I can't see through. Let me have a look. Yeah, about there, I think. Let that soak up. Like that. So we have a little dog walking park scene here now. That again was my cardio set. Right, so that all aside, it needs to dry out a little bit. I don't know, he could do with being a bit more, I could do with being a bit darker, I think. Anyway, I don't know if I dare double that one. Don't get that lead in place, it's going to look really silly. Is it likely that I can? No, I'm likely to mess that up. Yeah, I think if I try that, I'll mess it up. I don't know, the legs and everything seem to line up all right, don't they? I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it. I'm going in. So the one in the back looks darker than him, and these should be darker at the front because he's nearer to us. Right, I'm going to have to pull this toward me so I can see, so bear with. I need to be absolutely lined up on there. Oh, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can. I don't want to spoil my picture. It's really hard to tell if I'm lined up or not. Head, feet, doggo's legs. I think I'm about there. Fingers crossed I've got this lined up enough to... By the time I've done that, the ribbon ink's probably dried anyway on the stamp. Let's hope I've not made it double. I've got away with that nicely. Just about. That's it. Looks a bit more prominent now, don't it? We don't look like he's in the distance anymore. Right. That's that done. Not going to risk putting a shadow under the other couple, because if I do, I'm going to rub my paper off, but I'll do a bit of a shadow, but I'm going to use pen. And I'm just going to go like that. That's all. And I'm going to do the same with these. Pen's not working over the top of the ink very well anyway, so it don't really matter. It's not making it too dark. There you go. We're all grounded. There, shadows all over. That's it. So there's our little doggy walking park scenery. Let's have a look if my background has dried. Oh, that's a little bit damp there. Oh, that's come out lovely, hasn't it? I know most of it's going to be covered up, but not all of it. So that's that. So as you can see, that has split. I've got the mica in the bottom and the water on the top there. I'm going to give that a shake. And I'm going to get my fan brush. I want my small one. I just think it just adds a bit of extra texture. Not everybody's a fan of splats, but I do like my splats. So as you can see, I'm just lightly splatting that all over. No big massive blobs. That's that. Now as it's mostly dried on its own, oh, I didn't mean to get them on there, never mind. All part of it. Wipe that away so I don't get my sleeve dipping in it. And now I am going to give it a bit of a dry. Most of it's dried off already, so I'm just going to give it a bit of a little blast. I hate it when your card warps too much and then you can't get it to glue down flat. But because I've let it more or less dry on its own, they're not too bad. Just in case of getting them splats dried off a bit. That's it, we've got minimal warpage, which is good. So now you can see those gold splats in there, and you get catch that lovely shimmer. Pretty old, eh? Catching that shimmer. I think that's, yeah, that's all dried. Oh, and this, by the way, the die cut bit, I used a champagne, what was that called? It's called Champagne Fusion from Lime Tree Crafts. Very, very pretty, perfect for weddings and things like that. Not that this is a wedding card or anything, but I do want it to be pretty. I think before I stick that down, I'm just going to poke those. I've got a couple of little bits in here that might need poking out. Tiny, tiny bits. See? And there's a couple there as well. Just take those little bits out. Quite a few actually. Didn't realise they were all still in there. Thought I'd got it all out. Some of them are that tiny you can't even tell. There you go. All bits out. So that will go on there. And that will go on there. I might round the corners off actually. As soon as we've got an oval, that will go on there. That makes a beautiful colour in the background of this design. That will go on there. I will stamp my words on here, and my words read, this is why I wanted to do the dogs. No matter where you go in life, it's who you have beside you that makes the journey worthwhile. And I think that's perfect for a man and his dog. And that will go on there. I might use sticky pads to put that on there. Now, do I stamp directly onto that, or shall I stamp onto a piece of card first? I'm not sure. I'll try stamping it on. If it don't look very good, it might not look good over this gold. It might not cover very well. But yeah, that's basically what I need to do. So let's get these layers built. I've got my Cosmic Shimmer acrylic glue. Lovely sticky glue this is. I know all glues are sticker, but this one's a good strong stick. So get it coming down towards me. nozzle. Stick that down, make sure my edges have got plenty of glue on, otherwise that'll be warping up. So very tiny borders on this one. I usually like I do like to get quite a large border around, but it's not going to happen with this card. And gone are the days when I used to make 8x8 cards and things like that, the really big ones, but I don't very often do them anymore. Very rare, in fact. I'm going to snip the corners off of this. With my corner rounder. See how it's pretty much flat, got no real warps in it. And that's what happens when you let it dry on its own. It's much better than heat drying it. Stick that down to there. No right or wrong way. Just line up so you've got a nice even border. I think that is about even. Yep. I do love how that gold adds that shimmer. It's beautiful. And those chalk paints. And lovely colours. Yeah, you don't always want a full shimmer. You want, you know, a mixture of the dull and shiner. Look at that. That's beautiful. Gorgeous background. So now I'm going to use pads, I think, to put that on there and that on there. But not before I stamp that out. Right, let's have a go then. No matter where you go in life, it's who you have beside you that makes it journey worthwhile. That's a lovely little saying, I think. That fits just nicely on there. Right, I'm going to line that up about, I think that's about central. And I'm just going to stamp it right there. Carefully lay it down. Let that soak in. I hope I've got it straight. I used to do this on the wonk. My sentiments always wonker. Hopefully not this time. There you go. So you can actually see that. See? So that's nice. I'm glad that's come out all right. So now let's have a look. Shall I have that raised or shall I have it flat? I'll have it raised, I think. Yeah. Let's put that, what have I got here? These ones are not too high up, these ones. I don't like my pads to be I don't like them to be raised too high. And these strips are awesome for going around curves, Purchased from Amazon, in case anybody's wondering. These are good as well if you're building, if you wanted to do little shaker cards. These are ideal for putting on, you know, around your little acetate shaker bit, because you can manipulate it around corners. Like I say, it's good. And there, like that. You lazy cat. I left the door open for you, letting all the cold in. Should have gone out, you perisher. Considering she was a street cat, she rarely goes out at all now. She will do this afternoon when I get the vacuum cleaner out. Get her off a bump. Get her off her lazy bump. Become a right house cat, she has. I bet all the other pussy cats take the mickey out of her now. Right, that's all around that edge. Let's put one down the middle there. One down there. One down there. In place. Something a bit different today. I don't very often use dies in my YouTube tutorial, so why not? I know I'd already pre-cut it, but like I say, there's no point in showing you me running it through the machine. I've peeled all them off, yeah. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Right, so might even have room to put something at the top like friend or whatever. I'll leave a little bit of a gap just in case. I'll try and line that up so it looks like a proper oval. I always do my ovals on the P and all. Never get them level either. So there's that. Slightly raised, and then that will go on there. Again, let's raise that one as well. I could go all the way around this one, but I don't think I really need to. On there and on there. There we go. A couple of them little strips go a long way, they do. make sure I line that up properly. I think I'm about there. Stick that down, and there you go. That's today's card. Nice little scenery, nice bit of shiny paper, some golden sparkle and a pretty background. How's that? Okay, I do hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Have a go, you know, with this, doing these backgrounds and stuff. You don't have to use chalk misters, you can use whatever inks you generally use. And yeah, have a go at the splats, because that always adds a nice little bit of, and it doesn't have to be gold or silver, and use any colour, just adds a bit more texture. And do a bit of nice die cut with a picture inside. I think it's kind of looks kind of cameo-ish. Very pretty. I'm pleased with that. Okay, so this time I will definitely see you in the new year. Have a good one, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.